Greetings, my name is Charles Mccall, and most of those who will be watching this video will know me, but some of you won't. I've been living in, around, and associated with Cambodia, where I'm at right now, since 1995. I've been working as a director in various roles in an international organization, and I've been advising other organizations and doing a lot of training. And our organization has done development work of every kind all over Cambodia. But the foundation of everything that we've been doing for all of these years has been education, focusing on various forms and aspects of education. And so I've since retired from that organization, and I'm taking all the years of experience, knowledge, understanding of Cambodian culture, and I'm taking it and being very focused on a specific project. It's called Vimean's Kids Project. Vimean was one of my staff who died recently, and his focus was children. He was just an amazing, outstanding man, and I'm doing this because his work needs to be continued on, and so that's why I'm giving it his name, Vimean's Kids Project. And so the focus is, it's a focus with a clear strategy and a clear support structure. Sponsor 100 children in 4 different districts of Siem Reap Province to stay in school until they finish university or they go to trade school. And you can look at my other videos and my other posts and blogs where I share with you statistics about Cambodian children dropping out of school, and it's a huge issue. And so 100 children, we're focusing only on 100 children and youth, and the substructure, the support structure that we're providing is tutoring. Number 2, it's tutoring, and it's doing what we call school on a mat. It's providing community education, but the strength of it is tutoring, private tutoring, not just supporting the young people to go to school, but to provide private tutoring for them so they can be at the top of their class. And then the third aspect of this project is purchasing land and buying a center so we get a foothold in that village and we can have a greater impact. During the course of this time, we will be partnering with agriculture organizations, medical organizations, and other educational organizations to enhance what we're doing. And then the fourth aspect is leadership training, and to raise up leaders for the next generation. And so those are the 4 aspects. And there's such a great need in Cambodia. And I want to read to you the story of one of my students. I teach intercultural communication at a university in Phnom Penh, and I ask my students to write a report on what is a typical Cambodian, their appearance, their education, their family, their religion, etc. And so this is one of my students. I've changed the name. I've improved her grammar a little bit, but kept it in the basic structure. But Sister Srey is a 20-year-old, second-year university student in my intercultural communication class at a university in Cambodia. I gave my students the assignment to write an essay on what is the typical Cambodian. I corrected the grammar, but the story is hers. So this is her story. Cambodia is the name of my country after 1993. Before that time, we struggled with the unforgettable memory and petrifying fear of the Pol Pot regime. Before, we had many resources to push us to a higher standard of living, but we lost it all because of civil war. Cambodia is in Southeast Asia. We have approximately 17 million people, and compared to other Southeast Asian countries, we're small. But we have people from many different nations coming to Cambodia, some as refugees and some to do business, such as Chinese, Vietnamese, and Laotian, as well as many from European nations. The appearance of the Cambodian people is that of one of the most awesome people on the earth. We are called the Khmer Angkor. This means we are glorious and strong like our ancestors during the Angkor Empire. We have smooth black skin and straight black hair. We have a pair of beautiful black eyes that attract people from all over the world to visit us. As for education, it's improving now. If we compare our education to the previous years, we had only a few students who finished high school. This is the situation with my older brothers and sisters. They didn't finish primary school because we were poor and our family didn't have a good job with income. But now the education is improving because of good national leadership and because of our parents' positive influence. many parents encourage their students to study. For example, my parents worked hard to bring me to school because they realized that education is the way to change their lives. They struggle hard on our small farm. They spend their whole day working hard and sometimes don't even get enough money for what we need for that day. As of 2017, I was the only one in my village who completed high school and went on to university. At that time, most of my friends were told to stop their studies and help on their family's farm or emigrate to Thailand to work. Even I had to overcome that obstacle. This causes our families to be destitute. Even nowadays, the small children and the learners who live in the countryside have difficulties. Let me tell you about my life in primary school. I had to walk the dirt road to school. Many times I had to walk through water to get to school. When I think back on that time, I think I was a really brave young girl to struggle through the many obstacles to go to school. But I wanted to study and I wanted to learn. At that time, and even today, many families, they don't know the value of education. They think only short term that they need their kids to stop school in 6th grade or 9th grade and to help on the farm or go to Thailand to work. Also, the education in the provinces is very low. Many students know they can't pass the exams, so they decide attending school's not worth it. Teacher salaries are low, and they too are rice farmers who have to attend to their small farms and their own children. So sometimes teachers don't come to class with no notice, or on top of that, they only study 2 to 3 hours per day. Domestic violence, drinking, and low education does not allow many of the parents to think clearly what the long-term best is for their family. As far as careers, most Cambodians are rice farmers. They usually have a wooden house on stilts and a plot of land in which to plant rice. They will grow vegetables and raise pigs, chickens, and ducks around the house. Most Cambodians harvest their rice only one time per year because they don't have the water necessary for another crop. They rely on the rains. If there is rain, there is rice. If there is no rain or too much rain, there is no rice, therefore no food. My parents meet with many problems as farmers. They hope to get a better lifestyle, but actually they are more and more in debt because they have to buy the things to keep up the farm, like fertilizer and modern machines, rather than farming with water buffaloes. Because we are rice farmers, there are long periods where my parents do nothing. They wait for the rice to grow. They don't have skills or education for another kind of job. They make about $1.50 US per day, which is not enough to support a family. I attend university in hopes that I can get a good education and a good job to help support my family, and maybe younger siblings can follow in our footsteps. I really believe that education is the way out of poverty. Thank you for taking time to listen to this, and we're going to do it. And you can join with us. You can change the life of a child and a young person. You can change the life of the family. You can change an entire village possibly. You can possibly change an entire generation. And so I want to thank you for considering partnering with us. Right now we're looking for startup funds, and then that's just to get things going. And then after that we're going to be supporting the children, and we're going to be moving on and doing the other parts of this vision, the strategic substructure, the support structure. And so again, I want to thank you for listening. I want to thank you for considering, and please take this and share it with someone else. Okay, the strength is relationships. I'm sharing with you an opportunity to change a life, to change a family, to possibly change a generation. And I would like for you to take this video and take the website and share it with others as well. Thank you so very much.